Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
Hey, what up, everybody? Back. Best ball draft. This one is Division 231. This is the Jurassic World Domination Division. Every division is a different TV show or a movie, and we're on our way to 300. Yes, sir. T. Swain in the house. What up, what up? All right, you'll be in for the grades first. What up? Robert in the house. What's going down? TJ in the house. What up, what up? Said, can't wait for football. We are 32 days away. 32 days away from the season officially starting. Let's go. Nick Von B, what up, what up? Said, hope your Sunday is going well. How could it not be? We got a draft going on. What up? And hey, Cal, what up? He said, finally a warm day here in the Bay, 77. Get some sun, crew. How cold has it been there? How cold? And where in the Bay Area are you? Like, because man, I mean, dude, I'm in Vegas and it's been like over 100 for like, at least more than a month. Now, usually when it gets to June, like right around like, Memorial Day ish, like that's when the 100-degree weather starts kicking in over here. Nick Von B said, sorry, I got a voice text because I'm visually impaired. Hard to see the keyboard sometimes. Hey, bro, it is all good, man. It is all good. I'm glad you're here, my brother. Cali Jam in the house. What up, what up? Toyota One in the house. What up, what up? And Crispy said losers. Crispy. We're about to come. If I could kick your ass, I would. Trust me. But I'd probably, your big ass probably have to jump on a chair or something to be able to, just be able to get up there and give you one. All right. Robert said, "Huts from the top rope." Crispy, you don't want the elbow off the top rope, bro. Oh, man. All right. Time to smoke, everybody. How's everybody's Sunday going so far? Sunday fun day? Yes. We only have, hold on a second. We only have, including today. Okay, we'll include today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Including today, we only have 5 more Sundays to go. So if we're not counting today, we only got 4 more Sundays to go. And I said, dude, it's been constantly 70 and cloudy. We get like 2 to 3 hours of sun. I'm near Monterey by Santa Cruz. Okay. So just crazy clouds and overcast in that area. But man, that's crazy. That's awesome weather though. That's awesome weather. That's for sure. Because I'm sure during the winter it's going to get cold and it'll maybe even snow depending on like where you're at. But 70 degrees and cloudy, man. I mean, dude, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. But yeah, I know how it goes. It's August and it should be a little bit warm, right? It shouldn't be cold in August. How's everybody liking their squads? I'm liking my squad. Maybe not my quarterback so much. The quarterbacks, damn, dude, like they went on an insane little tear. Like, look at in the 5th round there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 QBs in a row. 7 QBs in a row in round 5. Kind of worked out good because I got Garrett Wilson at the end of round 5. He doesn't really go there like that. Right. Cal said the Marine layer is a godsend. For sure, dude. Hey, Lalo Lyle, what up, bro? No way. Callie Jab said, fuck the QBs. I'm sure you guys it's possible. Or it's an early exit. Oh, man. Here we go. And, I didn't even see that. Lalo Lyle got Shakira. Whoa, Ramondre Stevenson went crispy in the 9th round. Let's go Myers here. There goes Judkins. Let's see. What am I going to get with this wraparound pick here to start the 10th? And Nick said I'm still deciding on my order of players and who I want to pick in order depending on what position I am in the draft. I mean, with the Snake League with fam. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Crispy. Yeah.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
And Toad once said summer's here in Central Valley, but has not been too bad this year. Only been over the hundreds a half a dozen times so far. Unusual for the summer. Last year was the opposite. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, here in Vegas, it definitely gets hot. You know, I mean, this is a spoiler alert. Definitely gets hot in Vegas, but the no humidity, like that really like changes the game, you know, because like, dude, if it's over 100 in Cali, that shit's hot because of the humidity. Like if it's just touching 100 here in Vegas, that's not, I mean, it's warm, but it's not like I'm gonna be fucking like sweating in like 2 seconds, you know, like with the humidity. And Cali Jam said my wide receivers are dope. You fucking A right, they are. St. Brown, Puka, AJ Brown, Tyreek. I mean, Flowers kind of ruins it for you. But dude, crazy. Cal said Indian summer coming up. And what's the Indian summer all about? I assume, I mean, obviously something with the weather for sure. All right. Okay. And what Crispy say? Round 5 should have told you to take a QB fast. Right? I mean, dude, it was well, see, look, what's crazy is like he took Tyreek Hill, talking about Cali Jam. He took Tyreek Hill at that 5-2, and then it went on the crazy string of quarterbacks. Like right after, if you look the round before, it didn't look like it was going to be that crazy, right? And then, but round 5, dude. I mean, at that point, he was already screwed on quarterbacks. He would have had to take 2 right there, or that's pretty much it, you know? What up, Pam? What's going down? Nick said Cali is hot during the summer with the smog down here in Texas. Still the same, except no smog. Okay. Flowers is great for best ball. Maybe. I mean, boy, is he better for best ball than normal redraft because you don't have to pick and choose one to start him? Yes. I still don't like him. Rohit, what up? He said, nah, no way. I woke up and get to be in all the time stream once again. Let's go, bro. Yes. Thanks, Rohit, for coming through, my brother. Cal says eventually, later summer where it warms up to the end of August. Okay. So it's like August, September, and then it starts cooling down in like October-ish. Okay. That makes sense. Yo, Alex Mark in the house. What up, bro? And he said, what's in the pipe this morning? I packed up a bowl of sour Durban cookies. Let's go. Yes. Along with the heat wave, man. Damn it. Laos, that's why I knew to take Jared. Yeah, I mean, you took him like, I mean, you didn't take 2 in a row. But yeah, had you not taken Goff there, I mean, you'd be with Ward and Flacco, pretty much as like your 2 guys. And I guess you could have picked someone else besides Flacco if you went like back to back after Ward, but yeah. Let's see where Crispy goes. Ricky P. All right. We got a lot of interesting squads here. Mark is fucking insane with the wide receivers. Not as crazy as Cali Jam, but he does have more quantity of wide receivers than Cali Jam. Who else? Let's see. JT Underdog. He's got some dope quarterbacks. Well, I guess I'm not a super fan of Caleb like that, but even just having 3 quarterbacks of the caliber that he has, very solid. I would say Crispy. It's kind of tough to see who even has the best quarterback room here. Nah, it's actually probably T. Swain with Hurts. Well, I don't know. Lassie Long with Burrow, May, and Fields. Very interesting. Yeah, we got some good squads here. And I like how every draft could be just a little bit different. Like every draft's going to be just a little bit different. And all depends on where you draft. And it really all depends on who else is in the league for sure. Interesting. Where are we going to go with this? Oh, I know where I'm going to go with this. Okay. 2 picks in front of me. Let's see. And I got 2 picks ready just in case you guys think you're going to snipe. Just in case you think you're going to snipe. But I'm here. Let's go. I'm ready. Ah, you fuck. That was one of them. You son of a bitch. Damn it, T. Swain. Thought I was going to be able to swoop right there. Charbonnet. Oh, you know what? Let's go in Joku. Okay. All right, there you go. That was my other pick. So luckily I didn't get sniped 2 in a row. This is my coming down draft, living dangerously. Should I call you Austin Danger Powers? It's a payback, biatch. You got payback from who? You didn't even tell me who I sniped you on. Who did I snipe you on? Who did I snipe you on? Man. Damn it, this is tough. Because I know where I should go, but I really don't like any of the fucking people right there. Okay. All right. We're gonna go Spears. Okay. There we go. Let's get another running back. Oh, backups the other day. That was a whole other draft ago, bro. That was a whole other draft. Okay. Let's not hold grudges like that. Okay. That's in the past. It's in the past. Let's pretend like it never happened, okay? Yeah, Mark got Ridley again, dude. Took him hella early there. Mixon been falling in best ball with his foot injury for sure, dude. For sure, yeah. Everyone's nervous about Mixon, as it kind of should be. He said, "Never forget, bro. You're not an elephant, okay? All right, all right. Hey, Justin in the house. What up, bro? Yes, we are back. You got to jump into some of these best ball drafts again, bro. Still same as last year. Only $11, and dude, we've pretty much been drafting like every single. Not pretty much. I did the math yesterday. There's only 5 days that we have not drafted since March 12th for this tournament. That's it. Only 5 days. 2 of them were for WrestleMania because I didn't want to deal with it because I knew I was going to be so busy those 2 days. And then the other 3 days were when the NFL draft was actually happening. And Cal said, Hush, you ain't worried about having a lot of stock into CMC. No. I mean, because especially like in this tournament, I mean, I don't have like an insane amount of CMC. Like, I mean, dude, I'm in 87 of these drafts now. Maybe I have CMC in like 12 of them or something like that. Maybe more. I don't know, but I feel like it's something around there. No, I'm not worried about it. You know why? Because no risk it, no biscuit, baby. No risk it, no biscuit. We cannot play like pussies, you know. And if you think there's someone better than CMC where CMC is still available, draft that other person, you know. But I know that if CMC like CMC look at all the first rounders, running backs. Actually, let's just look at all the first round players. Bijan, Barkley, Josh Allen, Jamar Chase, Lamar Jackson, Gibbs, Burrow, Henry, Hurts, Bucky Irving, CMC, Jaden Daniels. I would say that all 12 of those people have the same shot of getting injured as CMC does this year. And if you look, Lamar's gotten hurt a bunch of times because he's a rushing quarterback. Jaden Daniels, I know he's not a rushing quarterback, but as much as he rushes, he could get hurt. Shit, Hurts gets hurt every fucking year, you know, and when it counts in the playoffs. You know, Gibbs, I mean, he's been hurt before. I mean, Barkley, I mean, not last year, but you know, he's been hurt before. So I mean, I'm not gonna play like a pussy, is what it is. I'm not gonna be one of those guys. Oh, CMC screwed me over last year. And even though this isn't, you know, this league is nothing connected to the league last year, you know, because it's not like everything that we've heard about CMC and this year and everything that we've seen about seen from CMC this year looks like normal CMC. So it was fluky last year, how it all started, how it started early, and then how it just kind of, you know, how nothing like changed. T Swain said, check out my trunk. Who's in your trunk? Got all the junk in your trunk. And Callie Jam Ridley's going early in guillotine leagues. I mean, guillotine leagues are 18 teamers. So almost no matter who you are talking about, they're going to be going early because we got 18 picks per round. Just send you to do 2 leagues sometime before the season starts. Shoot me a message, bro. I got multiple leagues that you could get in. If you're talking about the best ball shit every day, if you're talking about just other redraft leagues, hit me up, bro. I got a bunch. I reached for Chubb in the guillotine as my second RB because others made me nervous. I mean, what round did you pick him in? Cal said less risk in best ball, but in my redrafts, I'm leaving him for others. Second round, I'll bite. The risk is worth it there. Yeah, I mean, it depends like on who you get, because like, tell me what running backs after CMC, like that are being drafted after CMC, that you're like, this guy doesn't make me nervous. I have 100% confidence in this guy, because the list is probably not long. Oh, you said I wasn't an elephant. Look at my trunk. Hi. Because, see, even you said trunk. I'm thinking junk in the trunk, like a car. Yeah. JPZ, what up, bro? Hey, let's go, man. Hey, JPZ, it's August, man. When you getting into these drafts with us, bro? When you getting into these drafts with us? Marco from the future. What up, Marco? Hold on. Where is it?
Good night, future boy.
Mid-fifth round. Yeah, that's not bad, though. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Mid-fifth round. So, like, what is that? What's 18 times 4? 52. I mean, dude, you probably picked him around like pick 60 or something. I mean, yeah, is that earlier than we would pick him in like a draft like this? Like, probably, but yeah, that's still, I mean, you're already well into and wait, no, I'm totally wrong on that. No. No, you're into the 80s. 80s. Yeah, because 18 times 4 would be 72. And then I don't know, maybe I was just adding like 9 picks or whatever, because that's like the middle. And that, yeah, that would get us over the 80 hump. So yeah, somewhere around the 80s. All right, let's see where T Swain goes. And guess what, T Swain? You can't snipe me because I don't have anybody ready that I want to pick right now. Only Genty A-Chain has a risk injury along with being cuffed by 2 Jacobs. I see regression since the Pack's RB2 and QB1 will most likely be healthy this year. Taylor injury risk may have been a fluke. Well, why was Taylor's injury risk maybe a fluke but not CMC's, though? Round 13. Come on. And you know what? Just because I got sniped on Guarendo the other day, we're going to lock him in as one of my bench players. Right, meow. And JP said, he said, I so know, bro. It says definitely time. I'm good for 2 this week. Let's go. Yes. And I don't know if I told you, but I've been throwing it out there. We are on our way to 300 leagues. We need less than 70 now. So we gotta turn it on. The slow drafts are feeling a little bit slower now because of one person who everybody doesn't like. And so if people don't want to get to 10,000, grand prize because of that one person, I totally understand. But I would say put those personal feelings aside. And I'm not even talking about you, JPZ. I'm just talking about everyone who plays in the slow drafts. Put those personal feelings aside because doing a couple more slow drafts is going to help us get closer to the 300 mark. Because, yeah, as of right now, it is going to be tough. We need to do 2 a day every single day. And it's getting tough, man. I can tell you, it's getting tough. And hey, shout out to Marco from the future. Resubscribed with Prime, and that's 24 months, dude. You're the man. 2 years on Twitch, and he said, "I'm just here for the beer." I said, "I remember my first beer." One of the one of the slow drafts that's filling right now. We only need 2 more to join. We only need 1 more to join. Only need 1 more to join. So somebody join so we can kick this off. This is the Armageddon division. And Jamie just joined this one. Big Game James. And if you join after somebody else joins, I'm going to throw in another slow draft very shortly after. Oh, yeah, like Taylor's rushing season seems a bit fluky. Teams have adapted, and there isn't a QB threat in Indy. Well, see, like that's the thing. When your QB threat is against the run, it does improve your rushing attack because the teams are accounting for the quarterback to run. And no matter who's the quarterback over there, I mean, unless they go farther down the depth chart than number 1 or 2, they're gonna be accounting for the QB's rushing. Also, just the division he plays in. If anything, the QB in India is a threat to Taylor's stat line. Nah. I mean, no. When you have a QB that's going to throw for 5,000 yards, like then maybe that's a threat to the stat line. Not when you have Richardson or Pesos. The main thing that they're going to be doing with their offense is running the ball. All right. Crispy said he's in. Marco, which league? It's already too late. Crispy jumped in. Oh, wait, no. Marco got in there before Crispy. Oh, wait, no. TJ got in before all you guys. All right, hold on. Just stay in there, guys, because I'm throwing the next slow draft in right now. And it's going to be Ghost. So just hang out. Don't leave. Don't leave. I'm going to throw the next one in right now. And this next one, I mean, if everybody who's in right now joins the next one, it's already going to be over 33% filled. Marco, I just said don't leave. All right. So here is would be more months, but I forgot. What happened? Oh, more months. Yeah. That's the one thing that I don't like about Amazon Prime is you have to remember to go back. Like on mine, because I have an Amazon Prime account, and so I subscribe on Twitch just because why not? I literally send a fucking I literally have like in my phone a reminder to like re-sign up. All right. Don't be a ghost. Get into the ghost division. That is the next one filling right now. TJ said Slowpoke's got to be quicker. Well, yeah, they got to be quicker. Just keep tagging them. You know, you don't have to talk shit. Just keep tagging them. I know that like, I don't know why. Here's my thought, TJ, and you tell me where I'm wrong or where my thoughts are flawed. Okay. So there's people who are mad at one person because he doesn't tag anybody. But those same people get mad sometimes for having to tag people. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very like, and I'm not saying you, I'm just, we'll just say some people because, there's a couple people, but that's the part that I don't get is like, why? Like, why? Like, especially like this is fantasy football and there's a potential $10,000 prize. And like people are like worried about someone who probably doesn't matter, But I will tell you, that guy who everybody hates, when he joins, he pays right away. And there's a bunch of people out there, some who may complain, some who may not, who like they're not on it like that, And like, so if nothing else, he sucks at tagging people. But when it comes to joining and paying, he's on it. He's on it. And that's why I posted in certain leagues so he might not see it. But it's also like one of those things. If the leagues aren't filling fast, what am I supposed to do? I have to post other places where he's probably going to see it. And T Swain says, shit, just join when you put it out there. I said, I get in every league. I want that way. Let's go, man. And we've never had a bigger prize than this. I mean, I want to get to 3,000. To 300. So we can have a $10,000 grand prize. Like, do you know how epic like that is? Like so fucking epic. So fucking epic. And Crispy, you're an ass, man. I hate when Crispy's in the drafts because he always fucking kills me on the IDP. Love you, Crispy. You know what? It's been long enough. Let's lock down Dart. Okay. We'll see where we're gonna go with this other pick here. Going into the 16th round. Drama queens, nothing but drama queens. Yeah, you know how it goes, man. People they like to put chips on their own shoulders by talking shit about other people. You know, I really don't understand that either. Like it's a mentality that's very hard for me to grasp. Especially when someone's just like dumb and like not doing it on purpose. You know, like that's another thing. I feel like everybody thinks like this guy's doing it on purpose. I just don't think he's all there in the head, you know, mentally. And I think people forget that kind of stuff as well, that sometimes you know, certain things that people can't comprehend. Marco said he punched my teddy bear, he used my soundbox tools. Dude, yeah, what's up with Janu, man? Janu going high as hell right there. And yeah, I think I don't know, man. He ain't George or Wheezy. You know, he shouldn't be moving up like that. We'll be moving on up. Hold on, where is it? In the sky. Whoo, we've been moving on up. Dude, fried cracker with the anal zone. Dude. And I've never heard a more true statement. TJ, fantasy football turns grown men into children. I've seen some ridiculous stuff in the 20 years I've run leagues. Lost friends over ignorant fantasy football shit. Yeah, me too. I've lost friends over $50 buy-ins that like because they lost or didn't win, like, you know, we're like not friends over it. Like people are fucking weird, man. And one of the weirdest things, it was like 2 years ago at this point, and I can't even remember the guy's name at this point, which is better because he ain't around. But because of a trade that I made, it was almost like dang it, who was the one who took some pills and like they turned racist, and then like so and then like that pharmaceutical company was like, racism is not one of the side effects of our of our pharmaceuticals. Cause dude, literally, like this motherfucker like started dropping all types of N-bombs and shit after a trade that he wasn't involved in. And you know what's funny? The reason why he hated the trade was because I received Trey Lance. Like I can't remember who I traded, but I received back like a couple draft picks and then a couple random players. It was like when I was rebuilding, and like one of the picks was Trey Lance. And like because of Trey Lance, like that's why this person like went like ape shit and was like, dude, this is the fucking shadiest fucking league ever. And it was because of Trey Lance being involved in a trade. And I hated Trey Lance, but the dude who had Trey Lance hated him even more than me. And so he got used as a throw-in like on the trade that we did. And like, yeah, dude, just out of the blue. This was someone that I met in person when he came to San Diego. I literally like went out of my way to go like meet this person. You know what was super funny was like he invited me out to a dinner And like I kept thinking, like, because it was like with his family, I kept thinking like he was gonna order something, for me, or like, just say, hey, get something, man. Like anything like that. And it was so funny. It just never happened. And it just never happened. It was super weird, like super fucking weird interaction. And yeah, that guy's no longer around. To say you have valid point, Huss. I got 2 boys that are on the spectrum and can't comprehend social. Yeah, I just I think because now we don't hang out with as many people like in person. If you have a job, you hang out, like a job where you actually go to, but like I just like I don't get why people act the way that they do with like being so extra, like so quick. That's what I mean. That being so extra so quick, especially when you don't know people. Like that's what I really don't understand. What up, CB Dizzle? Said your wide receiver room is a C+ at best. Oh, I mean, let's see. Who do I got? No. C+ with Garrett Wilson. Get out of here. No, Garrett Wilson to me is a B+, Sutton's a B, and Myers is a B as well. Even if people want to hate on Myers, they could call him a B+. I'd say my wide receiver room is a B at worst. You could say a B- at worst, but it ain't no C. It ain't a C. And Robert says 1 slow draft where Anal Zone is on my bench for IDPs. Nice.
Get in the zone.
Yeah. Nice. Total One said, well, you can count on me for never taking anything personally in fantasy. It's fun and a chance to win some money. The shit talking, super fun. Yeah, just not to take it personally. Exactly. I mean, dude, I shit talk, with the best of them. And I like it too. It's when it starts getting personal. That's when things started getting fucking heated. People having to take personal jabs at shit or like whatever. And I just don't know why people can't keep it to fantasy football. Like, that's what I mean by it being so extra, is like where it can't just stay about fantasy football. And Rohit, did you talk about the AJ Brown injury, hamstring? No. When did that happen? Did that happen today? Was that today? Let me see. When did it happen? What happened with AJ Brown? Because I think you brought that up or something one time and I couldn't find it, so I didn't know if it was real or not. Yeah, I just saw that when I pulled up the news that Guarendo got hurt. It said shoulder injury, so luckily, no hamstring, calf, or like any bullshit like that. Like those are like the worst to hear right now. Cal said I never got my $100 from a league, so I stopped talking to them all. I walked out. They're like Peyton Manning, a champ, dude. And you said you walked out there, so you literally like knew these people like in person. And they fucking, and you got played on the fantasy football like winnings. That's fucked, man. That's fucked. Hell yeah. Crispy said, yo, mama. Remember that show? Click on his player profile real quick. Okay. Okay, so this did just happen though, because that says hours ago, and it was not practicing today. That ain't good. That ain't good. I don't like hearing anything. I don't like hearing anything about soft tissue injuries in this time of the year. AJ Brown on the injury report. Smith came off. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. And seeing like that, that is also like another thing. They have to classify it as something, So, but yeah, I know Devonta Smith, they said he was dealing with soreness in his back. Oh, fuck. All right. Well, That's not who I wanted there, but he was at the top of my queue. Fuck it. And I was going to get him sooner or later, so whatever. I've been in a league with them for dude. What? These are motherfuckers you've known from high school, and they pulled bullshit like that, man. Fuck, dude. I hate that shit. Like I really do. I really do. Because it's people like that that make my job harder. All these jaded people who like, you know, they got fucked over by their friends and they're like, well, you proved to me that you're not going to fuck me over. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry that you got scumbags who you played with before. That shit sucks. TJ said I got stiffed in 2 dynasty leagues, so I waited till the day of the rookie draft and then bounced with no warning for the draft. And so the draft wouldn't start. Man, you should have like waited for the draft to start and then fucking dipped. Dude, fuck those people who don't pay out on fucking leagues, you know? Rohit said my draft was today and I'm planning on taking CMC first, AJ Brown second, but soft tissue injuries are lingering. It sucks, man, that it just happened today. I mean, that's what what? Shakira has a high ankle sprain. Dude, how is all this happening on Sunday? Yeah, considered week to week for Shakira. Shakira, this just happened today. Dude. I might have to do a video today of the training camp news. There's so much shit that is happening today. Well, after this draft, I'll be making a video for the training camp news for today. And Marco said, good, what all leagues I'm in, there's no problems. The only one home league because we still because we still all use the NFL app. Yeah, but that's good. You know, if you have to use the NFL app, but it means with your friends, you will never get fucked over. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Because I would rather be in a league knowing that if I won, I'm going to get paid. Because that is the worst, man. That's literally the worst. And I'll tell you last year, first off, I've never fucked over anybody who didn't have it coming to them. Joking. But I always pay people out. Been happening for years and years. And one thing that I always do is I go into every league sometime during that championship game. And I let people know the payouts will be Thursday or Friday. This is because if there is any stat corrections or anything like that, this gives the app time. So I make it very clear. Payouts are not happening until Thursday or Friday of that week. There was two guys who were trying to sabotage my whole fucking shit. Before the games were even over, these motherfuckers were threatening, oh, if I don't get my money like real quick, like today, we're going to go start telling everyone about your shit. We're going to go email Sleeper and let them know that you're stealing league fees from like people. And like, dude, I wish that I was around those people in person. Cause like, man, I would have loved to punch one of those motherfuckers right in the eyeball because that's some bullshit, man. Like I fucking hate little entitled punks like that. Like literally you make something clear of how it's going to happen. And then you have crybabies who are like, oh no, we're going to try to sabotage all your shit. So fucking dumb. And CB Dizzle said Devonta Smith stock going up with the AJ Brown on the hammy. Yeah, I mean, see, that's what's tough is like, I mean, we still got 4 weeks before the season even starts. So was AJ Brown going to play in any of the preseason games? I don't know. Like probably not. So like he could be 100% and fully fine before the season even starts. Mondo, what up, bro? He said, not cool. Dude, there's a lot of not cool shit happening right now. And Cal said yeah, I said, dude, I almost went full vigilante. I'm thinking about either getting them into some trouble with the IRS or taxes. Yeah, I mean, see, like, there's probably nothing that you could do with that. Like, I mean, it sucks because, like, Everyone who's ever fucked me over for money, like, I still remember it, like, up here. Like, people that have owed me money for 20 years, I still remember it. Like, don't come around acting like you don't owe me money, motherfucker. Doesn't matter what it is. Could be $100, could be a couple $1,000, you know, because there are some people who are quote unquote family, you know, who I help when the chips are down, and then, like, you know, when they get good, then they just fucking take off. Yeah, one of those people actually passed away recently, and they were like, it's like my mom's like best friend, like her whole like side, her whole family or whatever. It's kind of like almost like an extended family for us. And it's weird because, man, yeah, they're like the extended family, but like every one of those people owed me money. It was crazy. Like every single one of those family members. It was nuts. And Robert's at ESPN acquiring all the NFL fantasy business in their massive deal. Of course, like they're acquiring everything NFL Network is the way that they made it sound. And so, yeah, that includes NFL fantasy. Yeah. One thing that is super lame though with the NFL Network, like, is their fantasy coverage. Like, it is trash. I mean, most fantasy coverage by all of these, super big corporate fucks. I mean, like it's lame. And I know I'm not going to be everybody's, cup of tea with like the weed smoking and shit like that, but even if I wasn't smoking weed, if I was actually creating like an actual show on a network that was like 100% about fantasy, dude, it'd be way better than what these guys are doing. And Crispy said, yeah, but those dudes were sexting with a guy. That's still going to be one of the funniest stories ever, that like guys, multiple guys that we know were sexting with a dude who was pretending to be a girl. And like going on for months and months and months. Like, that shit is so hilarious. Cal said we all need money for sure, but when you start slithering moving like that, truly shows how poor and financially in spirit. Yeah, for sure. And like, fuck anybody who like does shit like that. Anybody. Because it's just not cool, man. Like, out of all the fucking scams and deceptions that we have to fucking worry about in the world, like, we literally need to worry about our friends scamming us with fantasy football money. Fucking sucks, man. Fucking sucks. Amano said, always pay your bills. Don't lie and cheat. Eddie Guerrero is the only cool person who can lie, cheat, and steal. Okay? Nobody fucking else can do that and be cool. Marco said 8 out of 12 people in my home league are cops, so we mostly go by the rules. I believe it, bro. I believe it. 3 simple rules. Hell yeah. Cal said one of the dudes who owed me became a cop. Yeah. And seeing, like, that's what sucks. It doesn't matter what type of industry you're in, whether it's law enforcement, whether it's sales, marketing, whatever, manual labor. Like, dude, like, there's bad people in every fucking industry out there. Every industry. I think I just achieved the first F at QB. No, it won't be an F, but it'll be a C minus. Because you still got one. That's really it. Like, if you get none, then it's going to be an F. But even a guy like Stafford, that's still a C minus on his own. Because you only need to start one quarterback, technically. Well, not technically. You only need to start one quarterback. Will your team be better if you start 2 quarterbacks? Yes, for sure. For sure. And Toyota One said they're getting red zone. Yes. And seeing, like, here's another thing that people are forgetting. If they buy the entire network, they don't have to put it on ESPN. They're buying the entire network. I mean, that's just like ESPN and Disney owning ABC, Like, do they play the same games on ABC and ESPN at the same time? No. Yahoo Fantasy has a connection with YouTube TV. You'll be able to have your stats on your team up on the big screen. Okay. Yeah, I don't mess with YouTube TV. Too expensive for me. The streaming app that I get people on, it's called Blue Steel. It's only $40 a month, and it shits all over YouTube TV and pretty much any other channel that you can, or any other channel or app, because this has everything under the sun. Yeah, they're getting Red Zone plus 7 additional games in a $1 billion deal with NFL, getting 10% equity into ESPN. Interesting. Yeah. Wow. So where do you see Micah Parsons going? The Chargers? That would make the most sense because it's kind of like the farthest away from the Cowboys, totally separate conference, totally separate, divisions, like all the way across, West Coast. That would probably make the most sense. I think that the Cowboys are going to pay him. I just think that this is a part of the negotiation process where when one party feels like they're getting shafted, how about that? Shafted in the negotiations, whether it's with him, it's not just necessarily the money that he's being shafted on. It's like him. He said that they're trying to have all these closed door negotiations with him where they don't even want his agent in the room. And I know just like that is a reason that's making him feel shafted, that he can't even have the person that he pays money to be his, like, what the fuck? He said Mark's having a meltdown in the chat. The fuck is Mark doing in the chat? Because of what? Let's see. What's he saying? I mean, he's having a meltdown, but he's laughing. But he said, I've never been so fucking mad over Hollywood Brown in my goddamn life. And he said, Crispy, catch me outside.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Oh, man. Super funny. Dude, Crispy, you can't be drafting Hollywood Brown in the 20th round right in front of Mark. Dude, because look at that. He has so many wide receivers. Why he would be tripping about a wide receiver, I have no idea. But that's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. Parsons to the Browns. I think Jamie would like that. I just don't think so. It's got to be some team that, well, I mean, I guess that was one of the teams that he mentioned, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Okay. Ooh, I know where I'm going with this pick. Don't you snipe me. Don't you snipe me. I got my pick ready. I got it ready. Come on. Oh, that is a good pick. I actually just put him in my queue. But we're going to go Devin Lloyd. All right. Crispy said, well, I didn't want Johnston. And Mondo, you're not going to be able to read up about it. You want to just message me directly, because this is like one of those black boxes back in the day. There's nowhere that you go read information on it. You got to have someone who is in the know who can get you connected with it. And that's me. So message me. If you can't message me anywhere, my email is fantasyhustler420@gmail.com. Because everybody who watches sports will want to be on this app. Anybody who pays money for cable will want to be on this app. Anybody who pays money for multiple streaming apps will want to be on this app, because no matter what, it saves you money. And it's got all the content from all those things that I just mentioned. Lyle said he's a bum.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
Or go to the Eagles and then let him sack Dak, right? I mean, that was what we were like joking about at first. Yep, let's go to the Eagles. Make the Eagles better somehow. Come back to bite you in the ass twice a year. Can't wait for. Well, actually, I can wait for Saquon because I don't want him to go back to MetLife. I wish MetLife would just fix their fucking grass. Get rid of that turf and use grass. Like I really don't get it. Because I mean, even with turf, like, why can't they make it softer? You know, like even like underneath, like why can't there be like another padding of something underneath the turf to where if someone falls, they won't break their fucking knee? You know? Like I'm just a simple man, you know, just a simple man. So I don't understand some of these complex things, but yeah, it makes no sense to me. Hey, it's CB Dizzle with the super chat over on Rumble. You the man. And he said Egbuka or Shaheed week 1. Can you give me more context to why? Because I really don't want either one of them week 1. I really don't. Because no matter what, even if let's say Chris Godwin is not out there, okay? Because I know that's a possibility, and that might even be why you're asking about Egbuka. Egbuka is still a rookie. He is still a rookie. He's going to need time during the season. Like, look at Justin Jefferson. Like, can we compare Egbuka to Justin Jefferson, who had like literally like or Puka? You know, well, actually, nah. Don't compare him to Puka. Puka was hella fluky. But look at Justin Jefferson. Even though he had one of the most insane rookie years ever, if not the most insane rookie year ever, it still took him until game 4 to actually, you know, kind of start breaking out a little bit. So, like, that's why I don't want Egbuka week 1 no matter what. I don't even know who they're playing. That could come into play. MetLife is the worst field in the league. And yes, worst fucking turf and like everything. Like, how are so many people tearing their ACLs on that field that they're not doing something to change it? One thing that I am happy about, though, okay, MetLife, they're going to be used for the World Cup next year, and they have to fix their field before that. That was one thing that I read, is that every stadium that is participating in hosting a World Cup game next year, they have to redo the field with full grass, no turf. So hopefully that will be a thing, and that will stay a thing over there. Turlin said, where I live, all the high school fields are going to turf style fields, so the grass is going to be passed. Looks like, yeah, there's different types of turf out there, though. Like, that's the thing, is like there's a bunch of teams that use turf right now. Why is MetLife the one that like kills everybody? You know, like, why is that the one that kills everybody? Like, I don't know the rhyme or reason why, but there's got to be some kind of reason. Has to be. Marco said, what I think is funny is that the Cardinals have real grass, so I don't know what they pay for water in the summer. Well, see, here's the thing is Arizona has very unique technology with their field, because they have one of the retractable like roofs, right? Well, actually, no, that's for the Diamondbacks. I don't know if they have the retractable roof for the Cardinals. I think it's just an enclosed like thing. Like, they have the technology to where their field pushes out into the sun and then they pull it back in when they want. Like, it's weird, man. It's weird. I should have taken Johnson just to hear his tears. His tears would basically act like a lubricant. Yeah, at that point. Yes. Yeah. I don't want to draft next to Crispy. Too much snipage going on. That's how it always is. So CB Dizzle, give me more context behind that question, or I'm kind of just going with Shaheed. I mean, that if there's no more context besides that, literally just those guys and that's it, then I would go with Shaheed. Lau said, does Quentin Johnston score 10 touchdowns? No. In 2025? No. Hell no. Will Quentin Johnston score? No chance in hell. All right, so I got to mark CB Dizzle and Cali Jam super chats down here. I'll do that after I make my picks. Brian Burns, good pick. All right, come on. Where's who I'm looking for? Where's who I'm looking for? IDP, very, very slim right now, it seems like. Shit, Matt's on it. That was hella quick. Oh, and he picked Bradley Chubb. Where do I want to go here? All right, 20 seconds. Come on, let's make a decision. I'm gonna go. You know what? Let's take a shot on Arroyo here. Got my 5 IDPs now. Marco said in the bone. What? Bundesliga was the first division in football to either do real grass or hybrid grass. Man, like, why the hell does it have me on auto right now? I'm put on auto. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. After the FIFA Club World Cup, lots of teams complained about the quality of the field, especially Lumen Field. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was I mean, I don't know all of the requirements or whatever, but there's a lot of requirements for you to host like some of these World Cup games, right? I mean, like I said, one of the requirements that I heard was them having to change, like, no turf. Can't be turf, has to be real grass. So like that's something, but I mean, how much these guys are going to get paid, you know, for these games, and not guys, but like, you know, the stadiums or whatever, and you know, how much they're going to get paid. I'm sure it's worth it to fix the grass. Got to be worth it to fix the grass. All right. CB Dizzle, appreciate you, homie. I'm marking you down with those raffle ticket entries. And Cali Jam, you the man, marking you down with those raffle ticket entries. All right. And you know, since we got some super chats in here, let's just go ahead and get the dab flowing. Yes, sir. All right. And I gotta go get some new dabs today. I got enough here for a handful of dabs, though, if we get it going on the show. All right. Here we go. Fire in the hole. And, you know, let's get a song going. This is a good Sunday morning song. Because of the Cannabis Guardian Angel. And, all right. Sounds good, Lyle. You'll be third. You'll be behind T Swain and Cali Jam. And dude, for anybody who likes Red Man and Method Man, damn, I'm trying to think. Maybe this was like 2 or 3 years ago at this point. But because of the Cannabis Guardian Angel, we got invited to like a private Red and Meth concert. I swear there was only like maybe like 1,000 people there. It was a cannabis event. It's the remix. It's How High Part 2. Ooh, Kush Dr. Dre. I don't even. Let's see. I don't even remember this.
I couldn't help but notice your pain. My pain? It runs deep. Share it with me.
All right, and then someone said 210. We need a lower clock. Let's go. What round are we? Round 18. About that time. Couple picks in front of me still.
I was a fool all through high school, kicking up dust, but now I'm labeled as a troublemaker. Who can you blame? Smoking weed up and take away the pain. So I'm hopeless, rolling down the freeway, swerving. Don't worry, I'm about to crash upon the curb, cause my business blurry. Maybe if they try to understand.
Two picks in front of me.
I had to feed my fucking family. What else could I do or be a thug? I'm slanging with the homies, fuck hanging with the phonies in the club. Got my mind no danger, never been a stranger to homicide. My city's full of gangbangers and drive-bys. Why do we die at an early age? He was so young, but still a victim of the 12 gauge. My memories of a corpse, mind full of sick thoughts, and I ain't going back to court. So fuck what you
One
know,
pick
I'm
in front of
drinking
me.
running from my enemies. Will I let them be 23 and so much pain?
IDP is what I got. One. P Swain's IDP.
And growing tough with a knife and living tripe from the regular. Walking out competitors. See a figure moving, check them down like a fucking predator.
Games, but he's going to be more of like a role player, you know, just at the end of the day. Chris says, startup, I'll give you my 5th for your 3rd and take your 6th and for my 8th. Yeah, man. But see, here's what it is, Crispy. A lot of these guys who are making trades like that could be their first dynasty, could be their first year playing in dynasty leagues, and people got to get through that stage before they get to the stage that we're at, where we're not trading just to trade anymore. You know, sometimes it takes people a year or two to get to that point. A couple years sometimes. Okay, so C-, B, A, B+, and C+. So it's that's down 5, and then up 2, 3, up 3, down 5. 83. CB Dizzle said, any dynasty startups? Yes, I'm starting up another one right now. I'll actually CB Dizzle, do you pay attention on Patreon? Because I haven't created the league, but I was going to today, and I'll do that like right after I get off the show. I just got a couple more grades and I'll post it in Patreon first. It's going to be a super flex offense only. It is going to be a $30 buy-in, and you only have to pay $20.25 to start. But if you do trade away any 2026 picks, you do have to pay for that year. Stranger, what up, bro? And that ain't just you, that's everybody. I'm not, trying to make it sound like it's just you. That's the same thing for everybody. All right, and who was next after Cali Jam? Laylo Lyle, who had the number 1 pick today. Oh, and real quick, I'm going to throw in tonight's draft. Where is it? It is the 132. And yeah, I'm gonna right after. I'm actually, so before I do the dynasty, I'm gonna go share the shit out of out of tonight's draft, because it's always Sunday where we've had like more than one draft a few times, like on Sunday night. So we'll see if we can fill more than one draft tonight, because yeah, that'll help us, man. If we can get 3 drafts in today, that just chops out an extra one that we got to get later. And I guess I forgot, I have already filled and started some other ones after this. We've already filled and started 233, 234, and 235 is about to start. So 236 is filling right now as well. So yeah, like in a like 2 or 3 days, we're gonna be at 240. We're getting close, but we gotta get more filled. Yeah, see, this is the part that I don't understand, Crispy, but this is what we were talking about earlier with TJ bringing it up, how like fantasy football turns grown men like into kids, like somehow. He said then they get pissed when you reject or you counter that they're just like insulting you. He said, dumb fuck, I don't have feelings. I just I went for milk and picked up a hooker and never came home. Hey, Mark in the house. What up, Mark?
What up? What's up, fellas? With the last pick of the 2025 draft, he takes I don't know. Fuck.
And then we want to hear the story about how you were so pissed about Hollywood Brown.
Bro, what, man? Listen, I was gonna take Hollywood. Like, I waited like 3 picks to take Hollywood Brown, and he almost made it back to me. And Crispy fucking, oh man, I've never been so goddamn mad. Oh man, I went off. My kids were like, my boys were fucking laughing.
We were all laughing here too. Because I wasn't even looking at the chat, and Crispy's like, oh, Mark's going off in the chat right now. I was like, what the fuck is he going off about? Going off about Hollywood, saying goodbye to Hollywood. But yeah, Crispy, that's the weirdest part to me about why people get mad when you either reject their offer or, you know, you counter with something that they don't like. But Keep Trade Cut told me that like this was a good trade and you should take it.
Yeah, just keep Trade Cut is fucking gold standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should do what it says at all times.
It's crazy too, because people always have a justification for shit too. Like even in a league yesterday where like it's a dude that I know has been playing fantasy football for almost as long as me, because I turned him out to fantasy in like 2009, I think. Yeah. Or no, 2008. I even turned him out to fantasy. And he's like, well, I just like to use Keep Trade Cut as a baseline, guys. Like, this is what I was thinking. Like, nobody cares. You know why? Keep Trade Cut's bullshit.
Yeah. It makes no sense.
And one thing I'll say, it almost doesn't matter. You can equate this to like almost anything. If it's free, it's not the product. You, the person, are the product.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, if that was a paid tool, I'm sure it would be way better, because way more shit would go into it than what it does right now.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Layla Lyle. I'm just bullshitting here while I got one pick. We're almost at the end here, and I'm second to the last pick. There you go. All right. All right, there we go. Draft over.
Draft is over.
Okay.
Bro,
And Strangers Take Trade Cut sounds about as accurate as a mock draft simulator. Yeah, exactly. Because like it's all based on a culmination of rankings, but like it's so many people that it's like it's so convoluted that like I don't know, it's bullshit. And like especially when it comes and Stranger doesn't even play fantasy football, you know, not yet. We're gonna get him in one of these days. And what's bullshit is like when it comes to like the dynasty leagues, they kind of like inflate the price of certain picks so much and like deflate or not the price, but inflate the value of like some of these picks like so high and then like deflate the value of like some like older wide receivers, you know, or maybe like a Travis Kelce, someone who's older, you know, like that, that it makes some of the offers that you can send to people like so stupid, like just so dumb. So dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. And Laylo Lyle, Goff, Ward,
Like, I
Flack.
need people to know you could not give me the 101 for Derrick Henry.
Yeah. I mean, and see, like, but that's what's crazy because like there are some people who would sell Derrick Henry for like a high second if they could, you know, and it's just
It's crazy.
that has nothing to do with keep trade cut. That just has to do with, I mean, whoever they're getting their advice from, that's one. Because I know a lot of these fantasy football analysts, you know, like they say the shit that sounds good, not the shit that wins championships. That's why I tell people, you know, if you guys are here, you're obviously getting advice from me. You hear all this shit. But like I always remind people online, be careful where you fucking take your information from, because a lot of people don't win championships and give advice. And I'm not going to be taking advice from someone who doesn't win championships.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
that's
no-
why I'm waiting until after this year when a lot of my advice was right to try to make a presence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And seeing, look at that, Crispy, you can literally stack a bunch of shit and make the points higher on keep trade cut. Exactly. It's like I mean, it's almost like a game, like on there, you know, like I remember back in the day when Madden wasn't that smart, you know, you could make all these crazy trade like, you know, get all these 6th rounders and then turn these 6th rounders into 5th rounders, and then these 5th rounders into 4th rounders, and eventually to where you got a shitload of 1st rounders because it was like the game wasn't smart enough yet. You know, like it wasn't smart enough yet to go against those things. That's what keep trade cut is too. It's like it's not smart enough to shut down stupid shit that nobody would do. Legendary One, what up, bro? And he said, "What's up, boy? How's the fam? Doing good, man. Doing good. I think I'm the league that I always go out. I've been an auctioneer for a league an auction draft for like, I don't know, maybe like 3 years now. And he said they're getting ready to set the date. And when they set the date, that's when things start coming into play for me, figuring out when I'm gonna go down there. It's pretty much the cool. I don't even get paid that much, but it's like literally the coolest job because they fly me out to LA. They did used to have a restaurant, but it got burned down in the fires. So I know things are gonna change, but they would like take me to their restaurant. I'd fucking make videos and eat fucking all the different types of food. And man, they just it's the Wafers guys. It's Bees Barbarians. Like he used to pay for like a real auctioneer to like you know, an actual professional like auctioneer, like that was their job. But he said that it made the drafts take longer because these guys didn't know fantasy football. And so he was like, I would rather you being you know, you're not a professional auctioneer, but the shit that you know about fantasy football will make the draft go faster. And he was like, I'm sure you'll do good enough. And I've been good enough. That's for sure. And it's fun, super fun. I'm gonna try to live stream it. We said you're on the clock in 2:17 also.
Oh my god.
The fate of this best ball slow drafts is on Mark's shoulders right now.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Dude, Cali Jam said 7 a.m. we're going, dude. Is it because like is it not paid parking like where you are? Like to where like spots would fill up and you wouldn't even be able to get in there? And T Swain said, I had 4 at once on the clock, bro. It happens. It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that. Okay. So, did you get all the backups? You kind of did, right? Yeah. So that is
Ward's backup now that Will Levis is hurt.
I'm assuming Brandon Allen, who he took. I mean, I think they only had 3 quarterbacks on their squad, so got to be him. Or the backup is not on their team right now. That could be the case also. Oh shit, CB Dizzle said when we start in the draft in the 235. after I get off the show, I got to make sure that everybody's paid. I think there was 1 or 2 people who didn't pay, so I just got to double check and remind them. Mostly everyone in there is good anyways, you know. I just need to like I'll start it without them, you know, just because I know they're good for it. All right. Cali Jam said it's paid. No, all my friends took the day off work. Box tickets. My boy has 6 and I got 1. Nice. Hell yeah.
I got
Dope,
my ID.
dude.
This slow draft, I got Brooks, Spillane, Van Ginkel, and Bobby Wagner. So far.
And see, I don't like doing the slow drafts, but it's like I see some of the value that comes in some of these slow drafts. Maybe it's from people over having too much time and overthinking things.
Yeah, well, they're drafting the slow drafts like dynasty teams. I swear to God, I see so many dynasty teams drafted in these slow drafts just because they're slow.
I might have to jump in to one of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I
in.
love these slow drafts, bro, because I'm building such fucking kick-ass teams.
Okay. Back to Lalo Lyle. B, C plus, C. I'm gonna say a C plus for the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Running backs: Bajan, Kyren, Scat. Yuck. A, B, C plus. I'm gonna say a B. Wide receivers: Neighbors, Higgins, Devonta Smith, Shakira, who also got hurt today. I'm really not going to put, you know, I'm not going to base really any of the score, you know, too much off of any injuries that happened today. We need more news. But that is one thing that I'm going to do when I get off the show is I am going to record some kind of camp. There's a shitload of camp news that came out yesterday and today. So,
Bro, what? I love it. My phone's going off.
So Neighbors B plus, Higgins B, Devonta Smith B, Shakira B minus. I'm gonna call it a B total. IDP, Franklin, Benito, Wagner, Luvu, Dorian Williams. Solid top 5. Knight, Delpit, Blankenship, Barron, Moore. Barron kind of a waste of a pick, I feel. Maybe it's not, but Cali Jam said first league opener game I've ever been at. Nice. And you guys got the box seats. That's dope, bro. It's gonna be fun. And I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call this a B for the IDP. Actually, let me give it another look over. Now I'll give it a B plus, but it's close. It is close, but you still got. I mean, your top 6, I think, are money still. Where does the bench kick in at? Bigsby, Roshan, Marks, Hunter, Lambert, Lane, Yoshivas, Gordon. I'm gonna call that a C plus. So we got a C plus for the QBs. B for the RBs. B for the wide receivers. B for the IDP, and then a C plus for the bench.
It was a B plus for the IDP, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, B plus for IDP. My bad, I changed it. So yeah, those cancel each other out. And actually, because of having Danny Pesos, I am gonna say it's a B minus instead of a C plus. I mean, even Danny Pesos, he is like a C or a C plus to me. But I just really feel like he's like, if Richardson was gonna win the job, I feel like he would have already won it. Because I'm sure it was his job to lose.
They said today that Shane Steichen made his choice, but he hasn't announced it yet.
Oh.
He won't come off the information yet. He knows who he's picked his pick already. He just doesn't. He's not going to announce it.
So it could be it could be Richardson though. If it's now before any games,
we shall see.
Yeah. In the guillotine, last 3 picks took 3 tight ends in 5 rounds. Dang. I mean, the tight ends, man. I mean, they score double. They score double per reception, so they're very valuable. Okay, so it was. So what did I say? So it was up 1 and down 2. So we got an 84. All right, we're going Crispy, and then Mark. And getting out of here. All right, Crispy. Purdy, Gino, Rogers. And you got all the backups. B minus, and C plus. So we're gonna call that a B minus, and then you got your backup, so it bumps it up to a B. And CB Dizzle said, "What about your team?" I never grade my team unless someone asks. So since you asked, I'll throw it in, and we'll smoke another bowl here. And running backs: Taylor, Brees Hall, Aaron Jones. Fuck, man, you picked Aaron Jones hella early. Oh, it's because you knew Mark was gonna get him.
Yeah, fuck face. I was definitely going to take Aaron Jones there over Drake London. I swear to God, I would have.
I mean, if not with that one pick, it was still 2 picks that you had where you may have. And
Yeah, he wasn't going to make it back to him. That's for sure.
So that's a B plus, B minus, but then also B minus, B minus for Brian Robinson and Stevenson. Marco said Huss team gets an E for effort. We're going to call this.
Throw in a super chat and I'll grade the team.
There you go. So here's the tough part here about all this. Like, even though you picked Aaron Jones at the 4.9, to me, he's still a B minus player. A lot of it has to do with injury more than complete talent. I mean, because he's up there in age.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, who did I say? Yeah, Aaron Jones. Yeah, so him, B Rob, and Stevenson are all B minuses to me. So you got 3 B minuses, and then you have 2 that are a B or above. So the B minuses are gonna win when it comes to dragging people down here. So we're gonna call it a B total.
Yeah,
they're dragging Taylor down from his B plus.
Yeah.
Chase Olave and Ricky P. Yeah, so to me, this is a B minus, and a B minus, B minus. I still think of Ricky P as a B minus guy because of no Debo, the Jennings bullshit. He seems like he could be in line for being like the favorite wide receiver of the coaching staff because of bullshit that's happening with others. And Callie Jam said, "What do you grade ETN?" To me, ETN's a B minus player. So yeah, like when I graded yours, it was Barkley, Mixon, ETN, and Dobbins, and the bottom 3 were all B minuses to me. And T. Swain said, "Mark, you're on the clock in 200." Can't remember which one 200 is, but that's one right before
it is Me, Myself, and Irene.
Oh, there we go. Classic movie. Culinary dropout yesterday. I did a 2 QB Superflex draft with 12 teams. Nice. Did you leave with quarterbacks that made you feel happy? So for this, this one's kind of tough. I'm gonna say it's a B total for that, but they're definitely bringing Chase down a little bit. IDP, Brooks, Levante David, Van Ginks, Quincy Williams, Jermaine Pratt. Nice. Yeah, and Pete said, all good. I rank him higher, but you have to stick to your standards. Yeah, and a lot of it, not necessarily because of him being bad. Like, I think that he would probably do better on a different team with different circumstances. Bad line and past first offense, like that. Those are some of the reasons why I think of him more as a B minus guy than a B guy.
There you go, T-Sway.
And Alontae Taylor, Pace, Kirby Joseph, Hayward, Jalen Thompson, Crispy started reaching at the end, so we're gonna call that a B plus.
Yeah.
Culinary dropouts. So I'm iffy on quarterbacks. Happy I got 3. Yeah, you got to leave with 3, I guess, to not feel butt naked. I said, but I got to choose to wait. I'm stuck with what I got. Lawrence, Rogers, Penix. Okay, yeah. I mean, even Lawrence, I feel like is a bottom half QB right now based on where he's drafted. You know, lower than 16. So yeah, you definitely got 3 lower half QBs, but at least you got 3 though, because there might be some people who maybe they have a better quarterback or 2, but might only have 2.
Like me
In
in every draft.
The bench for Crispy: Strange, Wandale Robinson, Burden, Hollywood Brown, Otten, De'Ami Brown, Cooks, Fryermuth. Damn, look how late Fryermuth goes now. Juwanna Man Johnson, Turpin, Herbert. I'm gonna say a B minus.
Yeah.
So that is a B, a B, a B, a B plus, and a B minus. So that's an 86 total.
So it's up 1.
Up 1, yeah. There we go. And Callie Jam said, I hope Sleeper's right on projections. Then see, and like, there's no way in hell that I could say I could do projections better than anybody, especially like for like season long, because like my brain doesn't even work that way. Like I don't even give a fuck about projections, you know? So my brain doesn't even work that way when I'm trying to figure out, okay, I think this person's going to get 63 yards and 3 receptions for 38 yards and, you know, whatever the fuck. Like,
Yeah.
that's too tedious for me.
That's the type of shit I want to break down when I start my shit for like for sports betting analysis too. You know what I'm saying? Especially during football season. Like,
yeah,
I'd
say that's more. Yeah, not saying it's not important for fantasy. Like on a week to week basis, I feel like it's more important for sure.
Yeah.
But how they're like gauging this for the entire season, you know, and then you're just averaging things, like that's never going to be the fucking case, you know? Because
no, that's never going to work.
No, because there's going to be games where the defenses are shittier, so they're going to do better. Then you're going to face the good teams, and they're just going to do less than, you know, the other ones. So that's just where I feel like the projections are flawed. Because not the week to week. If I was doing week to week, I would probably, you know, be able to do. I wouldn't say I'd be like amazing at it or anything. I probably wouldn't even be that good if we're grading it off of every player. But doing it for a single game versus an entire season seems like it would be way easier to get closer to the correct answers.
Yeah.
And Callie Jams, I just meant because it has me winning by 30. Well, see, here's the thing. It doesn't really matter what I grade you on if you can win the first game or not, because I'm not taking first round, you know, first game matchups into effect with like my scoring.
Yeah.
You know, like that's like another thing, kind of basing it off of value, I think, for the entire season with the grade, because that will be averaged.
Yeah. Check this squad out. I did it different because I auto picked Josh Allen, so I got to do a different
Stallion and Herbert. That might be. Is that your best combo of 2 quarterbacks? Because of Josh Allen.
In one draft, I got Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, and Justin Herbert.
Okay. So yeah,
and then in one other draft, I got Josh Allen and Justin Herbert, I think. But it's probably that's probably my best quarter. I mean, other than the Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, that's my best quarterback.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd give it a B plus, and then you got the backup, so it would be an A because of that. Or well, okay. So actually, no, it'd be a B plus, but then it drops to a B, and then but you got your backup, so then it raises to a B plus. So B plus for the quarterbacks. And yes, let me Callie Jam asked for the link for the draft tonight. Incoming.
It wouldn't be an A and then drop to a B plus.
Nah, man,
We can go with
because
that too.
to me, Herbert is like, I mean, on even like the best days, I feel like he's like a B plus. But just everything that's going on right now, like him and Kyler, who at one point I may have been grading like a B plus, like those
Yeah.
two I'm grading as a B. Like now, Baker, same thing. I would have been grading Baker at a B plus for a while, but he's a B now because of bullshit, you know. So
Yeah.
I feel like there's like as these injuries and as like linemen and shit, like in Baker's case, his left tackle, gonna miss a couple games. Like little things like that, like are gonna make me change or gonna lower the grades of certain people. And then RBs, Brown, Cook, and just Brown and Cook because only two. So both B's, so it'd be a B, but then no depth, so it'd be a B minus.
Yeah.
Wide receiver, London, Moore, Adams, Metcalf, Ridley, Reed, B plus, B, 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 B minus. So we're just gonna call that a B total. It's a lot of B's right there, and a lot of, I mean, shit. I feel like I'd rather have a lot of those wide receivers in the flex than over running backs you could have chose there anyways.
Yeah.
Henley, Cross, Cashman, Bernard, EJ Speed, solid. Davis, Byard, Medalist, Newbin, Dodson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. This one's close. This one's close.
That's an A. That's
Let me
an A.
hold on. Let me give it a look over because here's where I'd nitpick. It wouldn't be
All right.
any of the top four. And like all those guys would be in this category. Like there's way more A's for IDP, but it's because it's defensive linemen. It's and I'm just talking for everybody who just may or may not know how I kind of do the grades. There's just way more A quality guys for IDP because we're lumping everybody in together. I'm not separating it based on defensive linemen because we only play the flexes. So those guys would be A's to me. EJ Speed, Demario Davis, those guys would be like high B pluses to me. Byard would still be like one of the A guys to me. Gets a shitload of tackles. Medalist, probably a B plus guy to me. Newbin, I mean, that's where it drops a little bit because Newbin and Dodson, I mean, those guys would be B's to me. So how would that all break down? So 4, 5. How many B pluses? 3. So pretty much 8 out of your top 5 out of your top 10 are A's to me. Then the next 3 are B pluses. So 8 out of your 10 are B pluses or higher. And since there's more that are A's than everything else, that will be an A. If one of those players, if like there was one B minus player in there, it wouldn't have been an A.
Yeah. That's why I stopped with Dodson.
Yeah. And Crispy said he cheated me out of an A last night, Mark. And it was close. It was real close. And I the deciding factor was me not wanting to give Crispy an inflated ego and bigger head. So
yeah, I understand.
I got put to a B minus. That was the deciding factor.
There's not enough room in the chat for Crispy's head if it gets any bigger.
And yeah, see, Callie Jam said Sunday night there were 2 drafts for a while, and that's what I'm hoping. So if we get a couple people in here, get this filled within, let's say 2 hours, I'll open up another one, and then that should give enough time to get.
We got to break a record one night, guys. We got to do 4. We have to do 4 one night.
We got to get people inviting friends. Is what
not the night. I'm issuing a challenge, motherfuckers. Let's get a historic night going.
So that means everyone needs to invite like one friend because like even the casual people are coming out now. And like it's $11. Okay. That's the thing that we got to remind them. Like, what can you even do with $11 now? This $11, you could potentially win $10,000.
No, yeah, and bro, you can barely get toilet paper for $11.
Yeah, and CB Dizzle, I just threw the link in on Rumble for you, brother.
You cannot. I mean,
Oh shit, Cali culinary dropout. I didn't even read the last half of it. Let me see. Hold on. So the rest of the team: Neighbors, Reed, McLaurin, running backs, Gibbs, Bucky, Pacheco, Laporta at tight end, and the bench is Bigsby, Dubs, Otten, Corum, Igbuka, handcuffed Penix and Rogers with Cousins and Howard. Adonai Mitchell, okay. And I mean, the team looks okay. The thing is was it, if it's a 10-team league,
Gibbs,
I
Bucky,
feel like
Pacheco.
in 10-team leagues, 8 out of the 10 teams are always like in a very, very similar caliber. And then it's like there's one team that might be worse than everybody, and then one team that might be better than everybody. But like everybody is a very, very similar caliber of team. And it's just 12 team. Okay. Well, even that team doesn't seem bad. Like whether you're the underdog week 1 or not, like that's probably off of bullshit projections anyways. So
that's all projections that nobody knows what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Don't ever go by projections. That's like your players that don't have a projection yet. Don't make the mistake of not starting people like Demario Davis, Kevin Byard, guys like that don't have a projection yet. Don't let that get you fucked up on week 1. You know what I'm saying? If you, in most leagues, you're going to start Demario Davis. You're going to start Kevin Byard. You might start Yvonne Pace. You might start Alontae Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Like those players don't have a projection yet. Don't let that not let you start them.
And
they're going to get
he said, but computers know everything, so I have to trust them. I know, right? And okay, so the bench: Rashad White, Jerome Ford, Kareem Hunt, all the running backs. I mean, that's to make up for it for sure. What's up, dude?
What's up?
And Quentin Johnston, Roman Wilson, Slayton, Manning guy, Johnny Mitchell, Richard Smith, and man, Troy Franklin. Talk about a fall from grace, man. Like before the combine, that guy was being looked at like a top 4 wide receiver in the draft.
Damn. He was in my queue on the last round. I was like, fuck it. I'll get him.
Cali Jam said guillotine 3 out of 4 running backs and a QB, 5 rounds, living dangerously. No wide receivers, huh? I built very evenly. I went running back, wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, running back, wide receiver for my first, like in a row like that for my first 6 picks. And then I just picked a quarterback this past one. And T Swain, any Superflex IDP dynasties coming up? Are they done for the year? They're done for the year. I wish I could start more of those. I mean, shit, if we get 12, I mean, there's enough people in the chat right now who are like, do it. I'll do it. But they feel so slow. And there's just not going to be enough time because like those drafts take like 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, because it's like 50 rounds. So join some of the Superflex IDP redrafts that I have. Those are going to be just as fun. And I host these yearly, so you're not carrying over the same team, but hella fun though. Hella fun. Got the auction Superflex IDP, the Debo Snatch a Chain Superflex IDP. We got the WWF Superflex IDP, and that one, the draft order gets determined by a Royal Rumble that I stream live on YouTube. And I'm sure there's other one. There's a $30 Superflex IDP, 33, I mean. So the wide receiver value just all went, and that's the way it fell. Hey, man, I mean, you got to be water with the draft. That's the way to do it. A lot of guys only have 1 RB or none. Yeah, seeing you don't want to be butt naked at RB, like in any league, especially a guillotine league.
Why I drafted how I did. Like my first 4 bench players were all running backs because I only got 2 in my, you know what I'm saying? And those my bench running backs are legitimate, viable options. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I said a B- for the bench, and so it's a B+, a B-, B. And then
A.
did I say it? An A, and then a B minus. So that is, we got up 2 for the IDP, up 1 for the QB. So up 3, down none. So 88.
Bringing 88 back.
There we go. Yeah, and you could grade my squad. I mean, now you know how I grade it, so I feel like I mean it'd be similar like either way. I try to take the subjectiveness out of it with these grades.
So,
and I did not get I did not get all the backups. I got Kyler's backup and I got both of Russ's backups. I did not get I did not get Locke. He's someone that I will not be getting if I draft Arnold.
yeah, I wouldn't. So Kyler's like, I'm gonna say friends B plus. Darnold is like a B minus. Wilson's a C plus. Although it did say he locked in the starting job, so
yeah, I still think of him as a C plus. He's got a really tough schedule, so that's how I've been grading him for a while.
C plus, yeah. So I'm gonna call that a B minus. B minus to quarterback. You didn't get the backup, so it'd be a B minus. Running backs. CMC, A-Chain, Connor. Is Warren in your starting lineup?
Yeah.
All right, Warren.
Yeah, the top 11 starting lineup.
It's round 11 because you got 3 quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Joker's in there on the pass catchers.
Let's see. Warren, CMC, A-Chain, those are both. And I mean, if I'm going off my grade, CMC's an A. Like if he stays healthy, he's an A. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I grade him as a B plus because I'm nervous about his injuries.
A-Chain's a B plus. That combo there warrants an A as the grade between the two of them. You know
and the way that I've been grading is like if you have an A, a B plus, a B, and a B minus, that would be an A. Yeah. I mean, for me, I wouldn't grade it that way. But just for anybody else, just remember that if like that's same for the running back or wide receivers. If you have 4 and you have 1 at each level, A, B plus, B, and B minus, I grade that an A.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that's a B plus. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I would grade it because I have them both as a B plus at the top.
Yeah, it's a B plus. The other 2 ain't gonna bring those 2 down. Those 2 ain't gonna jack the grade up way too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, so B plus is just fair. Then the pass catchers would be Wilson.
Hold on real quick. Mark Crispy said Mark might have left out a key player that you might start. He said might have to start Tony.
Man, fuck Tony. Man, fuck Tony. We got Wilson, Sutton, Myers, and Njoku. I like Njoku value. Wilson's like a fringe B plus. His target share is going to be phenomenal this year with Justin Fields at quarterback. He likes to hyper target a fucking receiver. So I think Wilson's going to eat this year. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be DJ Moore. But with a skosh better of an offensive line than he had last year. You know what I mean? The Jets have a better offensive line than the Steelers had. So
yeah.
So I'm gonna say he's a B plus, and then Sutton's a B. 1 second, I have to go grab his food out of the microwave. 1 second.
No problem. What's up, dude? Yeah, make him get that food out of the microwave. And Callie Jam said Fields loves his tight ends also. I mean, I'm just saying, who doesn't love a good tight end? Way better than a loose end, I will tell you that much. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Fields does. I know I can't remember who got Mason, but I think it might have been D-Rob who got Mason.
All right. So Sutton's a B. I like Bo Nix. I like Sutton. I just never ended up taking him because you always end up taking him. And then Jacoby Myers. You like Jacoby Myers this year, but I like Geno Smith. So, that's it's not flashy at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no flashy, there's no splash. It's solid. You can't argue with the target shares for none of them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just solid work. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a B. I'm gonna say a B for pass catchers. It's solid. So your IDP.
What Komet did with Fields, way better than with Williams. Well, yeah, but you got to remember that was only Caleb's first year. So if you're comparing Caleb year 1 to Fields, what, year 3, 4? What, 3?
Yeah.
I mean, that was the year that he did okay. You know?
I like Justin Fields. I hate Ohio State, bro, but I like Justin Fields.
Ohio State quarterbacks just never translate.
They never do. But I have faith in Justin Fields, bro. If he could just get behind a good offensive line and work on his passing, or switch to running back, one of the two.
What sucks is teams with good offensive lines don't want quarterbacks like him.
Yeah, I know.
That's the tough part. Is it's like an oxymoron because the teams that pay up for their line, they want a quarterback that's going to stand behind there and fucking slang, not someone that's like a rushing, or mobile quarterback, because those guys are needed when you have the bad lines. Because why? You got to fucking run. Got to run for your life. Your IDP is better than me, way better than mine. Spoiler alert. Right. But I got Spillane, Campbell, Lloyd, Devin Lloyd, Cody Barton, and Leonard Williams, Adebo, Van Noy, Jordan Battle, Leonard Floyd, and Mad Buki.
You always get more sack potential than I do. I never go for sack potential. I never depend on it. I want the solid tacklers. And that's the only reason why my teams are always flashy looking is because I just take all the tacklers.
And we've drafted enough of these, and we're 2.5 hours in, and there's only a couple dozen people watching right now. The reason why is because I want those spike weeks. That's what it is. I'm not saying I don't get any of those, but look, I got Spillane, I got Campbell, I got Lloyd, I got Barton. Everything is going to go off of those guys being the consistent guys, I feel, then one player out of all the rest of those, has to start. And that's kind of the way in my brain, how I'm how I'm doing it. And then if there is weeks where those guys hit on 2 sacks in a game and a couple guys get that, then maybe that boosts my IDP, in the playoffs or, some shit like that. That's what I'm thinking. Who the fuck knows if that's going to be right or not? I've never won this tournament. So I
defensive backs, man. I like defensive backs because they get fucking pick sixes. You know what I'm saying? They have potential for big splash plays and they get tackles. You know what I'm saying? So
And Crispy said,
I like defensive backs.
And Crispy said, but there's one problem.
But there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck.
And even that, this is no A from me. I'm sure it's not going to be an A from Mark. So what do you mean crowd him already?
No. But you never draft an AIDP. You just draft solid IDP. You don't need to. You focused on your offense and you draft solid at IDP. You know what I'm saying? You do what you're supposed to do. You meet the minimum requirements for the IDP to be solid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it's probably a B. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna hurt your grade, that's for sure.
And I will say, in previous years, I treated the IDP a little bit different. So
yeah. Well, in this
this
scoring
is me
format,
switching up.
I mean, defense is important. Don't get me wrong, but there's way more offensive starting positions than there is defensive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
have to focus on those. You're not going to win if you just go all out on IDP in these leagues. You're just not. You want solid IDP, yes. You want 20 plus points per slot every week. That's what your goal is. You know what I'm saying? That's what the dream is, to get 20 plus points out of your IDP players every single week.
Because if we go look at some of the drafts last year that I was only in 20 last year. Like I was not even in as many as I was this year. I drafted good at IDP, but it wasn't real. Like I would never draft a Leonard Williams or Leonard Floyd like last year. Like I wouldn't. It would be like all middle linebackers and strong safeties, and that would be it. I would just go for crazy tackle guys. And we'll see. I still don't know if I'm right or wrong about it. This is just me kind of switching it up after doing it for a couple years.
The thing is, you cannot base future projections off of past statistics.
Yeah, never works.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's the only written book. Really, that's the only basis you have to go off of, is what they did in the past. So you got to find a fine line between. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really don't know what the fuck's going to happen. None of us know what's going to happen. And the same one of us paying attention to bye weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And Carl, what up, bro? He said all the best high school quarterbacks go to SEC and Big 12 where the weather's warmer. Well, yeah, because who wants to go play in cold weather? I mean, but see, that also doesn't prepare you for the NFL where, they got so many cold weather fucking stadiums.
Yeah. That's why Notre Dame quarterbacks historically suck.
I mean,
I don't know why. They just historically suck in the league.
I mean, what it is, go to all the top programs. I mean, just talked about Ohio State. Like Ohio State always has some of the best quarterbacks, but they don't translate.
Purdue produced the top 5 quarterback all time.
Who's that?
Drew Brees.
Yeah.
He's top 5 all time. You can't argue it.
Well, see, it depends on.
But he's top 5.
I love Drew Brees, but it depends on what you base it on, and that's what's weird is that everybody has different qualifications. Heart, we'll see. Like, I mean, yeah, but there's a lot of people who have heart. Because I'd take Shane Falco over Drew Brees when it comes to heart, but but. Yeah, statistically, longevity and all that, but
statistically, that's what I'm basing it off of. Only
one Super Bowl. He went over 5,000, 5 times, and there's a lot of people who, because of the system, like I don't know, somehow downgrade like what Drew Brees did because of the system that he played in, but then bump Tom Brady up higher because of the system that he played in for some reason. So I don't know. I think Drew Brees is up there. I have not recently done any kind of exercise where I'm grading quarterbacks for real life and like all time, and actually having like a set of rules. Like maybe that is something that we should do one day, like create a specific type of guidelines on, I don't know, I guess why people get points or, why we would put people over a certain thing or like have different, different, damn it. I'm trying to think of even the word, but like just so many like points of emphasis or whatever those things are,
Yeah.
It could be like 10 things and like, based on these 10 things, that's how we would rank these guys.
Yeah. This is why this player is ranked above this player type shit. Yeah.
Carl said Elway, Montana, Brady, Breeze. He said that's your top 5. Elway, Montana, Brady. Oh, Manning, Breeze.
I'm gonna say it would probably be. I mean, you're not gonna. I mean, I'm gonna take Peyton Manning Then I'm going to go Tom Brady. Then I'm going to say Breeze. And then
I don't even think he was
Mark
putting them in. I
Allen.
don't even think he was putting them in order.
Yeah. But yeah, those top 5, yeah.
And see, like, what's crazy is like a guy like Terry Bradshaw, like, never really gets mentioned amongst the best of the best. And like the thing that, I mean, because it's so long ago, for one, but the thing that I like about Terry Bradshaw that nobody brings up is how when they won those 4 Super Bowls or whatever it was, how they didn't win it all the same way. Like a lot of those teams that won it back in the day, like, you know, they'd win it like the same type of way, like each time, whether it was offense or defense. Like they always had good defenses, but there was like, I swear there was a game where he only needed to throw 100 and something yards and they won. And then there was another one where he threw like 4 touchdowns and like 300 and something yards, you know, and like back in the 70s and shit, like 300-yard games weren't really a thing, you know, let alone like in the Super Bowl like that. And dude, and it sucks because Marino, he fucking, I mean, if we're talking off of, you know, statistics, like, I mean, someone to throw 5,000 yards when your Joe Montanas of the world are throwing for low 3,000 yards, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and I think Marino would honestly take he's in my top 5.
Callie Jam says Bradshaw admits he's not one of the greatest. But see, like, the thing is like, we're not lining these guys up and saying, who do I think is the most talented that I'm going to have start for my team if we're creating a video game? You know, that's not what we're saying, because like, if that was the case, I don't even know if anybody would pick Brady like that. I feel like if we're playing a video game, like if I want the most talented quarterback, if we're playing a video game, it's probably Patrick Mahomes, because he did everything good. Everybody else who we could mention doesn't do everything good or great, because Manning can't run.
Lamar Jackson over Patrick Mahomes is because in video games, Lamar Jackson is way faster.
I mean, yeah, if you're literally, you know, doing it like that, where you're just like running it all over people and using that as a cheat code, like, yeah, for sure. But I just mean, like, Patrick Mahomes is probably the only 5-tool player. Like, well, I think Aaron Rodgers was Patrick Mahomes before, you know, Mahomes, but like, you know, like it was different like back then, you know, because like literally a difference of 10 years. We're talking about now, every quarterback 10 years from now is going to be like a Patrick Mahomes, you know, style of quarterback, 6'3", can run, accuracy, deep ball, you know, like just IQ, like just all this shit, you know, just like mixed in. But
it's like, a gold standard now. That's the golden standard. Like you had, like you just said, it was Aaron Rodgers. Now it's Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Now we're looking at people like Lamar and Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts, and we're looking for the next, you know, big thing.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Who would everybody pick? And we're using that as the standard. Like, we're not talking about stats. We're not talking about anything now at this point. Like, we're talking about if we were creating a Madden franchise where everybody was at their peak level, you know, of whatever that is. A lot of these guys could be 99s, you know, 98s, 97s, because we're talking about the best of the best. What quarterback would you have as your number one quarterback, like, and why? And how about let's take out any active player. So no active player, just all retired players. Anybody is can be in that, but only retired players. I'm curious what everybody would say, and the why. The why could be just a quick, short sentence. Because for me, I feel like it would probably be, because we're talking video game, it's probably gonna be. It's probably gonna be Drew Brees, because Drew Brees, being the athlete that he is, like in a video game, can run well enough to where now you're talking about accuracy 99. You know, not everybody has 99 accuracy like Drew Brees. But the deep ball, that is an issue, you know, with Drew Brees, I will say. But the way that I would play Madden a lot is I would run a lot of intermediate routes and a lot of West Coast shit is how I would do it. I think Drew Brees would fit the bill for me.
So, but Drew Brees, the deep ball was, I would swear to God, I was going to say Vic, dude. Like,
are we playing Madden rules? Era makes a difference. Well, yeah, let's pretend that we're just playing if we were starting a Madden franchise as of now, but we had all the, you know, and okay, and let's just pretend, okay, that we're playing on all Madden. All right. Where like the rushing quarterbacks, like it's a thing, but they can also be contained. And we all know that there's certain defenses that could contain those guys. I mean, unless you're the type of person who's running back 100 yards and then figuring out how to run back the other 100 yards, you know, let's just be a little bit realistic about that we're running a somewhat realistic offense on Madden. How about that? You could still have a rushing offense, but let's say it's realistic, not like you're rushing it like 100 times a game and throwing it 2 times.
Yeah, you can't just fucking run your quarterback to death.
Yeah, because that wouldn't be realistic. You can't turn injuries off, you know, you can't turn injuries off. Callie Jeff said, fuck throwing. He said, give me Vic. Because Vic was so good. I mean, he was
Michael Vick. That's where I'm going on the video game.
And seeing, but like, and seeing, like, I mean, I guess this is more or less because we're talking about talent, you know, to a certain extent when we're talking about this. And maybe how we would run an offense and things like that. But this is taking every NFL stat out the window, every Super Bowl, you know, championship out the window. Like none of that matters. Like when we do an exercise like this, that's why I like doing it, because like it's probably not going to be a Brady or a Manning or like something like that. You know, it's probably not. Yeah. Roger the Dodger. Look at that. Roger Staubach.
Hey, I'll tell you who.
What up, Rod?
Quarterbacks that doesn't get no fucking. He just gets shade because he's fucking fallen off so much in the past few years. Right after he left Seattle, but that was Russell Wilson, bro. His elusiveness was second to none, bro. I cannot tell you how many times in a game I got so pissed because Russell Wilson was able to evade the fucking quarterback, and I took his unders on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like how in the fuck? Or my opponent has Russell Wilson, and I'm vying for the #1 spot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if Russ wouldn't have got traded to Denver, I mean, we're potentially talking about him being thought of in a Hall of Fame like type of route. Maybe not a Hall of Famer yet, but a Hall of Fame type of route. I mean, you made the Super Bowl twice, you won it once, and even the time when you lost it wasn't necessarily your fault. You know, well, I mean, it was because you threw the ball, but I mean, it was a bad play call, you know, to begin with. And
well,
he played on with some of the shittiest lines.
I was in prison for that Super Bowl, right? The first time. And I had so much fucking money on that Super Bowl, bro. I won $500 in PayPal numbers. And then I won like $600 in commissary, bro.
Nice.
I had like $600 in my whole bed was fucking in between the top and the bottom bunk. It was packed completely full of bags of commissary.
Crispy said Kurt Warner, man, greatest show on turf. They, I mean, that was insane. And Kurt Warner was just like bagging groceries and shit like before that. Like nobody even wanted him.
I had the, and plus I had $600 of my own in commissary to cover that. So I had like $1,200 in commissary in my fucking cell.
Yeah. You know, we should hold on a second. Now I gotta give Noble the hold on.
All right. I didn't grade his bench. We gotta wrap his grade up. Somebody throwing a super shower, give him an F.
Yeah, we got to. What I was gonna say is, man, we should start a podcast where we're talking about, just talking about prison and jail stories, and just like swapping stories like that, because everybody wants to hear some real stories about shit. I'm sure your stories are way crazier than mine, but I feel like being in jail in California compared to like most other places, like just jail, is like.
Well, yeah. So didn't even think it was real. Your county jails are way worse than our prisons. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Please, I would sign extradition and be shitty that they weren't going quick enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I ever went out there and got locked up,
yeah. Because even when I
had warrants here.
Yeah, even when I went on that, even when I went on the Ian Bick podcast, he almost didn't even believe me that there was like politicking going on in county jail.
Yeah, bro. In your county jails, it's so racially segregated, it's insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro, I'm down to fucking talk about it. Like, I've seen some shit. I've been in the gutter, in the trenches, in the fucking. I mean, bro, I've been stabbed. I've been stomped out. I've fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through the experience.
Because those are the things that I never had to deal with. No shanks, nothing like that. Like everything that happened, it was always just. It was really only one time where like even a riot broke out while I was there. The other time that I was there, I got put into a place literally the day after a big ass riot happened. But then I go to a place and I'm like the only South Side. So they're like, I guess you're in charge. Fucking hilarious.
I almost had a riot start because of me, bro, because some kid my cellie was he came from a different dorm. He had ate a bunch of meth and freaked out and just left the dorm. Well, they said that they started spreading a rumor that he was a baby raper, and well, he cleared his name. You know what I'm saying? He called home. He got all of his info, all of his paperwork sent. You know what I mean? And he taped it to the fucking table in the day room, and he wrote real big on another piece of paper, Dustin Pennington paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Proving that he was not a baby raper. But this kid went up in our cell and stole some shit from my bunkie. I didn't know he was doing it. My bunkie gave me food to cook, and then he came down and he said that I let him steal the shit. So then the commissary was like 3 days after that, and some dude came up and told me, he's like, hey, bro, this little dude told these gangsters that you let him steal your bunkie shit, so now they're going to come take your shit. I'm just looking out for you. I'm like, okay, bet. So I go tell a couple of my buddies, and then commissary comes. I go get my commissary. I walk back. I walk right up to my room. I put my commissary behind me in my box, lock my box, turn around, take my shirt off. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, but also there was like every bit of like 23 or 24 solid dudes. I mean, solid white dudes, which you don't see this ever, because historically in prison, white people are fucking pussies. They weren't going to let these dudes just jump me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a solid dude. Like, I'm not a child molester. I'm not a rat. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm just I like to party. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was almost right in the middle of a riot as well too, and it was gonna be because of me or whatever. But we're gonna save that. That might be on the first episode.
Yeah. I'll finish that story on the first episode, bro. I got some bangers, bro. I got some bangers. Y'all fucking tune in for sure, man. Because I got some stories for y'all if y'all want to hear it.
And okay, so where the hell were we at on mine? You gave me a grade on IDP already, right?
Yeah, B.
All right, where's my bench? The bench starts at Spears, Guarendo, Ferguson, Wright to back up A-Chain, Palmer, Royo, Conklin, Gray, Demarcus Robinson, P. Ryan, and Abdullah.
All right. Amir Abdullah in fucking San Fran, I wish I would have seen that. That's fucking badass. You won't be getting in there no more. I promise you that.
Probably not. We'll see. I'm gonna keep it under wraps for as many days as I can.
That's dead. That's not gonna happen a single more time. I like Amir Abdullah, man. He's been around forever, and everywhere he goes, he makes a splash. Whether it's 1 or 2 games, but he makes it to your starting lineup when he's playing, at least once.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Especially in San Fran, what? But you got all 3 of them, so I mean, like you're fucking any one of them that has a chance in that fucking offense. You know what I'm saying? Just Guanindo or Abdullah both got take it to the house talent. You know what I'm saying? So all they need is one play.
J. Phil, we'll get back to you in a second on this.
So, but I mean, so you got Spears. I'm not a fan of Spears, but Spears, Guanindo, Ferguson, right? I like Palmer. I like Arroyo. I mean, I like all these players.
Cali Jam, you're on the clock in Mallrats, and I'm lowering the clock to 2 hours over there. We're in round 15.
I'm gonna say that's a C plus. That's probably C plus. Yeah. There's not enough to make it a B minus. So you got, what was it, a B minus on run or quarterbacks, or was it a B?
B minus.
B minus, and then a B plus, and then a B, and then a B, and then a C plus. So it's down to
Up 1, down 2.
Yeah, up 1, down 2.
There we go.
84.
See?
It's solid though. Like you put the right pieces in the right places for it to be competitive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's just flashy.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Got to start filling up the other drafts and handling biz. We only got 2 people in as of right now. Let's
Where is it posted on Patreon?
I'm gonna post it there as soon as we get off here, and it's in the chat. And J. Phil, I still got you.
Post it on Patreon or send it to me.
Let's see. So J. Phil said I'm on the clock. Slow draft dynasty, 12 man, pick 111. Igbuka, Judkins, Loveland, Warren, all on the board.
Is it tight end premium?
Yeah, and like if those guys are still on the board, I mean, you still have guys like Trey Harris like on the board, like as well. Because if you don't have another pick until the 211, it's gonna be
what's your next pick that you have? That also weighs into this as well.
Yeah, I'm probably going the wide receiver here though.
And is it tight end premium?
Yeah. All right. And J. Phil, get over to 420crew.com. If I see your answer come in here quick, I'll pull it up. But everybody stay through the credits. We'll be back later tonight. All right. Justin Pickle in a Jar, salute. Our executive producer. All the producers, salute. Co-producers, salute. Associate producers, salute.
That's my name right there.
Epic supporters, salute. And awesome supporters, salute. And don't forget, if you don't know if you're following me everywhere without going to fantasyfootballhustler.com and then just literally go click everywhere. If you have an app and you see my name on there, go click the link and go follow. If you guys listen to Apple or Spotify, go look me up on there, Fantasy Football Hustler, and leave me a review. All right. And you said no tight end premium. Yeah, I'd be going Igbuka with that pick.
I'd be going Igbuka.
Stranger, peace out. Everybody in the chat, peace out. Mark. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming through.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys for tonight's draft. Let's try to get a couple of them filled. Peace out.
Peace.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.